So, me gusta el café negro, sin azúcar, sin leche, sin nada. Como los cafecitos como se lo comen, como se lo beben, perdón, los cubanos. Bien, bien fuerte, pero un poquito ahí. Un shot. Hi everyone, my name is Junior Lara. I'm one of two hosts of a local podcast called Autentico. Autentico looks to serve our Latinx community, specifically our business owners and our business professionals, local in St. Louis. The podcast was really born out of an idea and a desire to serve our Latinos. I myself spoke with Gabriela, who is the business counsel at the Chamber of Commerce. I said, I want to be able to deliver some value to the local Latinos. I want to be able to give them the tools and resources that they need in order to be successful. We sat down, we had a great brainstorm session, and we came out with Autentico. And Autentico itself means something very dear and special to us because we're always striving to be as authentic as we possibly can be as Latinos. Still being able to assimilate as most people do in corporate America and in business today, but also holding on to the roots that really keep us and give us our identity. Hence the name Autentico Podcast. Autentico is a podcast unlike any other podcast that we have in the nation at the moment. And as a podcast that's bilingual, it's made for you, Latino professionals and Latino business owners who want to tap into resources. Why? Because that's the best way to learn. As an entrepreneur, you don't have to know absolutely everything there is about your business, about your industry, or really just about everything there is out there because there's really no capacity. You have a business to run. You want to be as effective. You want to be able to deliver for your clients as much as you can while tapping into resources when you need it. That's what makes an entrepreneur an entrepreneur. It's the ability to do that at the right times with the right people. Autentico Podcast episodes deal specifically with our Latino business owners and business professionals. We talk about things like business basics, where we break down some of Gabriela's knowledge and talk about resources that are available to Latinos specifically in the community. Talk about networking. Networking seems to be one of the hardest things for people to do. It's stressful sometimes, and most people really are intimidated by the fact that they have to stand in front of someone and have a conversation with a stranger hoping to get something out of it. We also have an episode about failing forward. And failure is one that really resonates with a lot of people because who likes to fail? No one. But I think that whenever you look at failure and you say, what can I gain from this? What can I learn? What do I need to do next? That changes failure from being a negative event in our lives to being a upbuilding event in our life because it really takes you as a business owner to the next chapter in your business. And that's something that we talk about in Autentico as well. Not only do we talk about our experiences, we are very authentic. We speak very freely about our failures. We speak very freely about our wins as well. But we also bring in key leaders in the community that help our business owners learn from those other entrepreneurs. For example, we have roundtable discussions. Every 4 episodes, if you follow us on Autentico or a podcast, or you go to any of the social media platforms or really any of the podcast platforms, you'll see that after every 4 episodes, we have a roundtable discussion. Those are actually brought to you live via Facebook at the moment. And in those episodes, we bring in professionals who are experts in the field. So for example, I talked about failing forward. That's an episode that Gabriela and I talked about. And because they got so much traction, we thought that it would be a good idea to tap into 2 individuals in the community who are owning it, but are also thriving at the same time. So we had Carlos Restrepo from the Chamber of Commerce. We also had Izzy Polanco from Get Found STL. And we talked about times of when they failed and how they fell forward and what they learned from their mistakes as well. Next up, we have another roundtable discussion, and we're going to hold those every single month. Those are, if you're going to listen to us, those are the ones you're going to want to listen to always, because those are the ones that not only are you getting our perspective, but you're also getting the perspective from people who are winning, who are doing it, the movers and shakers in the community, who are delivering value to their clients, to their customers. But I really challenge you to listen to us. Not only do we have podcast episodes, but we also have blogs. If you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I mean, we're everywhere, Stitcher, iTunes. We can keep you up to date on the new episodes that come out, when they come out. But also, we ask you, what do you want to listen to? The Authentico podcast was created with you in mind, and it's our goal to deliver value, tools, and resources to you, Latino business owners. So if you want to learn about a new topic, you want us to tap into a different resource, reach out to us via Authentico Podcast. Everywhere, like I said, we're everywhere online, and we'll be happy to discuss those topics for you. One of the episodes that we dove really deep on was the episode on networking. Networking, as I mentioned earlier, it really scares a lot of people because it's just one of those things that you feel pressure to speak. There's also that awkward silence that happens after you get the first 4 or 5 sentences out of the way. And that's one that business owners have to absolutely master. If you're looking to scale your business, to tap into new resources. As a business owner, you have no choice but to be an effective networker. There are a ton of networking events that happen every single month in St. Louis. Specifically, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce hosts an event that happens the third Thursday of every month. And it's an amazing opportunity for you Latino business owners to tap into resources, expand your social network, and really just overall just get to know new people in the community. If you are going to go to a networking event, here are some tips that we discussed during our networking podcast episode. Number 1, go with a friend. A lot of times it really helps for you to ground yourself if you have someone next to you that you know, a familiar face, if you will. That's someone that you can look to, that knows you, but it can also help you accomplish what you're going there for. Which brings me to tip number 2. Go in there with a plan. If you're going to go to a networking event, go in there with an idea of at least 1 to 2 things that you would like to accomplish. And one of those 2 things could be just get to know a new person. The second one could be just tell someone about your business and how your business is changing lives. Number 3, go in there just to listen. Something that really most people don't realize about networking events is that you don't have to talk the entire time that you're there. Allow someone else to tell their story. You know, going back to our podcast itself, Authentico, if you're looking to be authentic, just be authentic to yourself. If you don't want to speak, don't feel like you have to fill in the silence. Allow somebody else to tell their story. Ask them questions about their business. Ask them questions about their career. And more times than none, that's going to help you connect. So using silence and being able to listen to someone's story and just being present at the moment really allows you to be able to connect with that person. You never know when that person could be either a client of yours or someone that can tap you into a client or a business partner potentially. So those are my tips for networking, or effectively networking, next time you go to an event. ¿Qué tal?
Yeah. ¿Quieres cerrar de nuevo o...?
Sí. Espero que les gustó el episodio, segmento, ¿verdad? Segmento, okay. Is it okay if I switch to Spanish? Is it okay if I switch to, okay. Espero que les gustó el segmento que tuvimos en este momento acerca de networking, acerca de tools and resources y acerca del podcast auténtico, que te recomiendo que por favor lo escuches si eres un business owner, si eres un business professional. My name is Junior Lara, and I bring a wealth of corporate America knowledge to the podcast episode. But the second host of the Authentico podcast is also Gabriela Ramirez Arellano, who is just a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the community, to resources, to being a counselor to business owners. We are here to serve you. This podcast, again, was created with you, for you, and from people who have had the same experiences as you in mind. So please hit us up, reach out to us, follow us on all social media platforms, and let us know what you think.